Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hey friends, in the previous lecture we have discussed about the occurrence of sulfur, and now in this topic we are going to talk about allotropes of sulfur. So what are the allotropes of sulfur? This is what we are going to talk about in this topic. So now let's get started. So friends, in this topic we are going to talk about the allotropes of sulfur. So there are the important allotropes of sulfur, that is what we are going to talk about. So what are those? Let me talk about that. So starting with the first one, that is rhombic sulphur, which is also known as alpha sulfur or octahedral sulfur. So this kind of rhombic sulfur are basically prepared whenever we have a sulfur solution, and suppose if we are using CS2 as a solvent. So in that case, after boiling it or after heating it at a particular temperature and after cooling, so we could find that there could be a formation of crystals, and those crystals are nothing but rhombic sulfur. So this rhombic sulfur is actually pale yellow solid, and which has a melting point of that is 385.8 Kelvin. And talking about the structure, it has been found that is the structure is like a puckered ring, and this is basically, it is like a crown shape. So this is the shape of that is the rhombic sulfur, where we can find that is the distance between this sulfur and the other sulfur is basically 204 picometer. And talking about the bond angle, so it has been found to be 107 degree. So therefore this was nothing but this was the first allotrope, that is what I have discussed, that is rhombic sulfur. And now let me talk about the second allotrope. So friends, talking about the second allotrope, so we have that is monoclinic sulphur, which is also known as beta sulfur. So basically this beta sulfur can be prepared by using the alpha, that is sulfur, that is what we have discussed in our earlier point. So in that case, basically we have to take the alpha sulfur and we have to melt it. So after melting, we could find that is in presence of CS2. So a crust would be formed, and that's the reason that we could make two holes in it, and we could pour all the CS2, the remaining CS2, and thereby after cooling it, we could find that there would be a formation of a needle shape sulfur crystals, and those sulfur crystals are nothing but monoclinic sulfur. So in that case, it has been found that is the melting point of this monoclinic sulfur is found to be that is 393 Kelvin. And talking about that is this kind of stable structure, that is what I have mentioned over here. This is basically chair form structure, where we can find the sulfur, it ranges from sulfur 6 to sulfur 10. So here basically we have a structure where we have basically 6 sulfur atoms, but there could be also that is 10 sulfur atoms. So therefore this is one of the structure, that is what I have discussed about here. So in that case, we have got to know that is the distance between the two sulfur, it is 207.7 picometer, and the bond angle is basically 102.2 degree. So this is how basically a sulfur, that is if we talk about beta sulfur, so this is how basically beta sulfur is been formed, and this was the second allotrope. And now let me talk about the next one. So friends, the next is plastic sulfur, which is also known as gamma sulfur. So in this case, this is basically the previous two, that is what I have discussed about, they were basically crystals, but this is having an amorphous shape, and that's the reason it doesn't have any sharp melting point, or we could say boiling point. And the structures are basically, we can find that is this sulfur is connected to other sulfur, and this is how basically the sulfur structure is. And talking about the solubility, the previous two, that is the alpha as well as the beta sulfur, so they were soluble in CS2, and they are partially soluble in that is benzenes and alcohols, but this gamma sulfur or this plastic sulfur is not soluble in CS2. So therefore there are different properties depending upon the shape, depending upon the structure of sulfur, and they have different characteristics. So therefore this were the 3 important allotropes, that is what I have to discuss with you, and that's it. So thank you friends for watching this video. I hope you have understood this video very clearly, and I hope I'll see you next time. Till then, don't forget to subscribe to Ekeeda channel. Thank you so much.